The Camerlegno spoke of kidnapped cardinals, branded cardinals, murdered cardinals. He spoke of the ancient Illuminati, a name that dredged up forgotten fears, and of their resurgence and vow of revenge against the Church. With pain in his voice, the Camerlegno spoke of his late Pope, the victim of an Illuminati poisoning. And finally, his words almost a whisper, he spoke of a deadly new technology, antimatter, which in less than 2 hours threatened to destroy all of Vatican City. When he was through, it was as if Satan himself had sucked the air from the room. Nobody could move. The Camerlegno's words hung in the darkness. The only sound Mortati could now hear was the anomalous hum of a television camera and back, an electronic presence no conclave in history had ever endured, but a presence demanded by the Camerlegno. To the utter astonishment of the cardinals, the Camerlegno had entered the Sistine Chapel with 2 BBC reporters, a man and a woman, and announced that they would be transmitting his solemn statement, "Live to the world." Now, speaking directly to the camera, the Camerlegno stepped forward. To the Illuminati, he said, his voice deepening, and to those of science, let me say this. He paused. You have won the war. The silence spread now to the deepest corners of the chapel. Mortati could hear the desperate thumping of his own heart. The wheels have been in motion for a long time, the Camerlegno said. Your victory has been inevitable. Never before has it been as obvious as it is at this moment. Science is the new God. What is he saying? Mortati thought. Has he gone mad? The entire world is hearing this. Medicine, electronic communications, space travel, genetic manipulation. These are the miracles about which we now tell our children. These are the miracles we herald as proof that science will bring us the answers. The ancient stories of immaculate conceptions, burning bushes, and parting seas are no longer relevant. God has become obsolete. Science has won the battle. We concede. A rustle of confusion and bewilderment swept through the chapel. But science's victory, the Camerlegno added, his voice intensifying, has cost every one of us. And it has cost us deeply. Silence. Science may have alleviated the miseries of disease and drudgery and provided an array of gadgetry for our entertainment and convenience, but it has left us in a world without wonder. Our sunsets have been reduced to wavelengths and frequencies. The complexities of the universe have been shredded into mathematical equations. Even our self-worth as human beings has been destroyed. Science proclaims that planet Earth and its inhabitants are a meaningless speck in the grand scheme. A cosmic accident. He paused. Even the technology that promises to unite us, divides us. Each of us is now electronically connected to the globe, and yet we feel utterly alone. We are bombarded with violence, division, fracture, and betrayal. Skepticism has become a virtue. Cynicism and demand for proof has become enlightened thought. Is it any wonder that humans now feel more depressed and defeated than they have at any point in human history? Does science hold anything sacred? Science looks for answers by probing our unborn fetuses. Science even presumes to rearrange our own DNA. It shatters God's world into smaller and smaller pieces in quest of meaning. And all it finds is more questions. Mortati watched in awe. The camerlegno was almost hypnotic now. He had a physical strength in his movements and voice that Mortati had never witnessed on a Vatican altar. The man's voice was wrought with conviction and sadness. The ancient war between science and religion is over, the camerlegno said. You have won. But you have not won fairly. You have not won by providing answers. You have won by so radically reorienting our society that the truths we once saw as signposts now seem inapplicable. Religion cannot keep up. Scientific growth is exponential. It feeds on itself like a virus. Every new breakthrough opens doors for new breakthroughs. Mankind took thousands of years to progress from the wheel to the car. Yet only decades from the car into space. Now we measure scientific progress in weeks. We are spinning out of control. The rift between us grows deeper and deeper, and as religion is left behind, people find themselves in a spiritual void.